Video title idea. Why 10,000 steps is a myth. The science of living longer for busy women. Have you ever caught yourself wondering if your own body is starting to work against you? You wake up in the morning, drink your usual cup of coffee, but instead of a surge of vitality, you feel a deep, persistent fatigue. The jeans that fit flawlessly just a couple of years ago are now cutting uncomfortably into your waist. You haven't started eating more, and you are still spinning like a wheel in a cage, balancing work, family life, errands, and household responsibilities. Society tells us to blame this on age, that once you pass 35 or 40, your metabolism inevitably slows down to a crawl and youth is officially in the rearview mirror. What if the entire narrative you've been fed about aging and fitness is completely wrong? Your metabolism doesn't just go to sleep or break down on its own simply because years are passing. The true mechanisms behind how your body changes, ages, and stores energy are rooted in biological processes that standard commercial diets and trendy fitness apps fail to address. You can completely recalibrate your body's internal machinery at any age, reclaim vibrant energy, and achieve long-term physical lightness without relying on extreme calorie restriction or grueling hours in the gym that you don't have time for anyway. The 80% power rule. Stop worrying about your bad genes, or assuming your family history dictates your physical destiny. Scientific research shows that genetics only account for about 20% to 25% of how you age. The other 80% is determined entirely by your lifestyle choices, meaning you have incredible, direct control over your health outcomes, longevity, and metabolic vitality. When you look closely at how the human body maintains daily energy, the primary engine of your metabolic rate isn't the number on your birth certificate, it's your functional muscle tissue and cellular hormone sensitivity. Starting around age 30, women naturally begin to lose skeletal muscle mass if they don't actively preserve it through regular physical stimulation. Think of a healthy muscle cell as a high-performance engine in a fine-tuned sports car. The more active muscle tissue you possess, the more fuel, meaning circulating blood, glucose, and fatty acids your body continuously burns, even while you are resting, sleeping, or sitting through a long work meeting. When muscle tissue slowly declines with age, your body loses its primary sink for excess energy, making weight management feel like an uphill battle. The second crucial part of the metabolic puzzle is cellular insulin response. When you grab a quick sugary snack, a refined pastry, or a sweetened coffee on the go, a rapid wave of glucose floods your bloodstream. In response, your pancreas releases insulin, the master hormone tasked with escorting that glucose into your cells to produce immediate cellular energy. Insulin acts like a physical key fitting into a lock on the surface of your cells. However, when rapid glucose spikes happen constantly throughout the day and chronic daily stress adds the stress hormone cortisol into the mix, those cellular locks begin to wear out. The cells stop responding efficiently to insulin, effectively locking their doors. In clinical terms, this state is known as insulin resistance. When insulin resistance takes root, sugar remains trapped in the blood, prompting the pancreas to panic and secrete even higher amounts of insulin. Elevated circulating insulin sends a strict chemical directive throughout the body: lock all doors to fat oxidation and shift entirely into energy storage mode. You can eat a minimal amount of food, yet due to chronically elevated insulin, your body will stubbornly hold on to every gram of stored fat, while simultaneously triggering intense cravings for fast carbohydrates because your cells are starving for accessible cellular energy. This is precisely why generic advice like, just eat less and move more, fails busy women so miserably. It escalates physiological stress, triggers metabolic compensation, and further drains cellular vitality. Ditch the 10,000 steps goal. For years, we've been told that hitting 10,000 steps daily is the absolute gold standard for health and weight management. The 10,000 step goal originated from a 1960s Japanese marketing campaign for pedometers, not medical research. It was an arbitrary, memorable number chosen purely to sell a commercial device, not a scientifically validated target for human longevity. Trying to squeeze 10,000 steps, which equals roughly 5 full miles of walking, into an already overloaded schedule, often creates unnecessary guilt, time management friction, and frustration. Instead of obsessing over daily step counts, shift your focus to 10 breathless minutes. Research clearly demonstrates that short bursts of high-intensity movement yield profound cardiovascular and metabolic returns. In fact, 1 minute of vigorous, breathless exercise is equivalent to 53 minutes of light walking for reducing your risk of death from all causes. By replacing long, low-intensity exercise sessions with short, potent cardiovascular challenges, you trigger rapid cardiovascular adaptation, stimulate mitochondrial production, and improve overall cellular oxygen efficiency in a fraction of the time. Master the talk test. You don't need an expensive heart rate monitor, a smartwatch, or complex wearable technology to know if you're working hard enough to trigger these profound biological benefits. You can easily gauge your exertion using the simple, reliable talk test during any physical effort. Light. You can easily sing a song without losing rhythm or taking extra breaths. Moderate. You can carry on a conversation relatively easily, but you sound noticeably breathy. Vigorous. The goal: you can only say a few words before needing to pause and catch your breath. Hitting that vigorous zone even for brief intervals throughout your daily routine is what signals your cardiovascular system to strengthen, elevates your post-exercise metabolic rate for hours, and prompts your muscle cells to take up glucose directly from the bloodstream, bypassing insulin resistance altogether. The exercise snack hack. If you can't get to the gym for an hour-long workout, do 3-minute bursts of activity 3 times a day. These mini-workouts, known in exercise science as exercise snacks, fit effortlessly into any busy routine. Incorporating quick spurts of movement like climbing stairs fast, doing bodyweight squats near your desk, or taking a brisk uphill walk can lead to a 40% reduction in cancer-related mortality and a 50% reduction in cardiovascular-related mortality. Imagine a typical day at work or home. While waiting for water to boil on the stove or stepping away from your desk between conference calls, perform 2 minutes of bodyweight squats, lunges, or counter push-ups. These brief effort snacks send a powerful biological signal to your muscular tissue that energy is required immediately. Your active muscles absorb circulating glucose right out of the bloodstream without needing insulin to unlock the door, dramatically stabilizing your blood sugar levels and preventing energy crashes for hours afterward. The truth about deep belly fat. Not all body fat is created equal, and understanding the vital difference is essential for long-term health and vitality. Visceral fat isn't the kind of soft subcutaneous fat you can easily pinch with your fingers. It's the deep, dense fat surrounding your internal organs that acts like a toxic, active endocrine organ. For women, a waist circumference of 35 inches or higher is a major clinical indicator of elevated visceral fat storage. This deep visceral fat continuously secretes inflammatory cytokines and signaling molecules that disrupt normal metabolic balance throughout the body. It causes chronic fatigue by literally sucking away vital energy to feed your immune system's baseline response, leaving you feeling constantly drained, foggy, and sluggish regardless of how much caffeine you consume. Subcutaneous belly fat cannot be targeted with endless abdominal crunches, which merely build muscle under the fat layer without addressing the underlying metabolic inflammation. The best way to burn deep visceral fat? Vigorous, breathless exercise combined with nutritional strategies that keep baseline insulin and cortisol levels low. The morning light master reset. If you're doing everything right with your movement and nutrition but still not seeing results or feeling energized, audit your sleep and circadian rhythm. Your overall metabolic health is directly tied to your internal biological clock. To regulate your metabolism and balance key hormones, get bright natural light exposure within 30 minutes of waking up. Stepping outside into direct daylight for just 5 to 10 minutes resets your biological clock, ensuring you produce optimal levels of cortisol in the morning for sustained mental energy and appropriate levels of melatonin at night for deep, restorative rest. When your circadian rhythm is properly aligned, your body naturally produces growth hormone during deep sleep phases. Growth hormone works overnight to repair tissue, maintain lean muscle mass, and facilitate fat breakdown. Skipping morning light exposure or staring at bright artificial screens late into the night suppresses these natural repair signals, keeping evening cortisol high, disrupting sleep architecture, and accelerating metabolic dysfunction over time. The banana ban in your smoothie. Proper daily nutrition provides the essential molecular building blocks for cellular repair and hormonal balance. Research consistently indicates that you need 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily to maintain vascular health, reduce oxidative stress, and support overall longevity. Many busy women turn to homemade green smoothies as a quick, convenient way to hit this target. However, a common ingredient mistake can quietly undo those health benefits. When making a longevity smoothie packed with leafy greens and nutrient-dense blueberries, never add a banana. Bananas contain exceptionally high levels of polyphenol oxidase (PPO), an active enzyme that rapidly breaks down and destroys the healthy antioxidants, polyphenol, present in berries and dark leafy greens. If you blend bananas together with blueberries, you significantly degrade the specific beneficial compounds responsible for protecting your blood vessels and reducing systemic cellular inflammation. Swap the banana for half an avocado instead. Avocados provide a creamy texture without the high enzymatic destruction of valuable polyphenol. More importantly, the healthy monounsaturated fats in avocados increase your body's absorption of fat-soluble nutrients and fat-soluble antioxidants found in kale and spinach by fourfold, maximizing the nutritional return on your daily smoothie. The Big 5 supplements for women. While a foundational diet rich in whole foods, quality proteins, fiber, and healthy fats is paramount, modern agriculture and busy daily lifestyles often leave micronutrient voids. To fill common nutritional gaps and optimize cellular resilience, longevity research highlights 5 essential daily supplements for women. Omega-3s, 2 grams daily of high-quality EPA and DHA to support heart function, reduce systemic vascular inflammation, maintain joint mobility, and preserve cognitive health. Vitamin D, 4,000 IU daily to support bone density, balance natural hormone production, enhance mood stability, and maintain optimal immune system regulation. Magnesium, 250 to 350 milligrams daily, such as magnesium glycinate or citrate, to support over 300 different enzymatic body processes, promote muscle relaxation, reduce physical anxiety, and improve deep sleep architecture. Multivitamin, a high-quality, bioavailable daily multivitamin to cover baseline micronutrient requirements, support cellular energy production, and prevent subtle vitamin deficiencies. Creatine, 10 grams daily to support both muscle tissue recovery and cellular energy production in the brain, especially during demanding periods of mental stress, intense work, or sleep deprivation. Building your health retirement fund. Managing your physical health isn't about short-term, drastic interventions, extreme crash diets, or unsustainable aesthetic targets. Every minute of breathless exercise is a direct deposit into your long-term health retirement fund. Just as financial savings accumulate compound interest over decades, small, consistent daily health investments build profound physiological resilience and metabolic security for your future self. Beyond the clear physical benefits such as enhanced cardiovascular capacity, optimized insulin sensitivity, reduced visceral fat, and superior daily metabolic performance, these simple habits build deep mental toughness. By training your brain to lean into brief moments of physical discomfort during short, vigorous movement intervals, you expand your psychological stress tolerance. As a direct result, the daily emotional burdens, professional demands, and unexpected stresses of work and family life become noticeably easier to navigate with calm, steady grace, and unwavering resilience. Transformation doesn't require overhauling your entire life overnight or committing to rigid, exhausting protocols that leave you feeling defeated. True longevity is built on simple, scientifically grounded habits executed consistently over time. Prioritize brief intervals of intense movement, structure your daily meals to protect your insulin response, align your light exposure with natural biological rhythms, and safeguard your sleep quality. By working with your biology rather than fighting against it, you can unlock sustainable daily energy, maintain a lean and strong body, and enjoy thriving vitality at every decade of life.